It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Thursday, the 3rd of October. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather unseasonably warm through the weekend. Maybe a little rain tomorrow, but a cool change coming up next week. And we're still watching the tropics. Upper air look this morning got ridging in place across the deep south. The main mid-latitude westerlies are up north, more like a summer pattern. And it will feel a bit more like summer this afternoon. Nothing on the radar to start the day. We have temperatures generally in the 50s, although we note a few of the cooler pockets are in the upper 50s. For example, Jasper, Cullman, Aniana. But again, mostly 60s, but highs back in the mid-80s in most spots today. The average high for this date is 81. North of Alabama, we have a dense fog advisory for parts of middle and eastern Tennessee. And up north, I do see, I think for the first time this season, a freeze warning for parts of North Dakota. That's a sign of the times. No severe storms expected today. There could be a few isolated storms near the Gulf Coast, but probably not many. Tomorrow, same thing. No organized severe weather expected, and pretty much the same situation on day 3, which is Saturday. Much of the contiguous United States with no rain for the next 7 days. This is the rain valid through Thursday morning of next week. North Alabama, not much at all. And this is basically for the chance of a few scattered showers tomorrow. And even in South Alabama, not much. As a very calm pattern continues to evolve. So in the tropics, we have 2 named systems on the board. Kirk and Leslie. And these are in the eastern Atlantic. The Gulf of Mexico is quiet for now. So first off, Kirk is a major hurricane, maximum sustained winds 120 miles per hour. This is about halfway between the Lesser Antilles and the coast of Africa. No threat to land, no threat to Bermuda. This thing recurves harmlessly into the North Atlantic. East of Kirk, we have Leslie. That will likely become a hurricane by the weekend, but it's going to take the same path. It will gain latitude north, northeast, out to sea. No problems. So again, the main emphasis will be on this disturbance in the far southern Gulf. And the good news, the Hurricane Center continues to drop the chance of this developing. It's now down to 30%. And our orange blob is now a yellow blob, which is good. Probabilistic outlook coming off the European global model. Low chances of this developing in whatever form, it's probably a broad tropical low, will mainly wet down the Florida peninsula, not the panhandle, but the peninsula. Increased rain chances for places like Tampa Bay, Daytona Beach, Orlando, Fort Myers, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. And again, the individual members off the European ensemble, a lot of them don't develop anything, and the ones that do, it's a broad low. Very consistent, far, far south of here over South Florida. So, model fans, here we go, the GFS, the 06C run, valid today at 4. Again, we got ridging here. For most of the state, just warm and dry, mid-80s. High-resolution HER, valid this evening at 6 o'clock, showing a few showers and thunderstorms offshore in the Gulf. So this is tomorrow. And again, moisture increases across the state. And we'll mention a chance of scattered showers. But again, we stress this will probably be not much in the way of meaningful rain. Let's take a look at the high-resolution HER model. This is valid tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. So obviously, there's just not much out there. So I think for the high school football games, everything should be fine. A pleasant evening, just a slight chance of a shower during the first quarter. But again, obviously, most stadiums will be dry. What about the weekend, you ask? Warm and dry. This is Saturday. This is Sunday. Mostly sunny days, fair nights, highs in the mid-80s, lows in the 60s. It's race weekend at Talladega. Weather looks fine there. College football games across the Deep South look fine on Saturday. Now, of course, the Florida Peninsula is the exception. Tampa Bay, Gainesville, Tallahassee, Daytona, places like that. They'll see a lot of rain this weekend, but again, that's far south of here. So Monday, the GFS depicts a weak 1,004 millibar surface low in the Gulf, far south of the mouth of the Mississippi. Alabama dry and warm. And a dry front will be coming through here Monday night. And that's going to bring a cool change for Tuesday. Highs will drop into the 70s for the northern half of the state. Lows will be in the 50s early Tuesday morning. Now, that will feel much more like fall. And again, there's a weak 1,000 millibar low well south of Destin. Wednesday, we're cool and dry. South Alabama highs around 80, but North Alabama highs in the 70s. And a week from today, this is Thursday, the 10th of October, a northwest flow aloft. And once again, we're dry, broad tropical low far to the south. Let's keep going. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday, October 12th. And again, we have a northwest flow aloft. And again, we are just dry. Remember, October is the driest month of the year in terms of climatology. In fact, look at here. Rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. Basically nothing between now and the 18th of October. You got some of the members that want to bring in a couple of inches, but again, the mean is very, very low. It sure looks like at least the first half of this month is going to be very dry here. Highs in the 80s through Monday, then that cool change happens. Highs going in the mid to upper 70s after Monday of next week with lows well down in the 50s. We might see some spots in the upper 40s over North Alabama. Bring it on. Latest long-range guidance, this is for October 10th through October 16th. Temperature is near or a little below average here, above average over the western two-thirds of the country. So we've got a comet that's been visible, mainly if you have binoculars or a telescope. I mean, if you've got really good eyesight, you might be able to see this. This is Comet 2023 A3, and it's been visible during the pre-dawn hours, right before the sun was coming up. We're going to lose it here for a week or so, but in about 10 days, it will be visible in the early evening hours and on the western horizon, about 30 to 60 minutes after sunset, beginning in mid-October, about 10 days from now. And again, if you've got really good vision, you might be able to see this thing, but you really do need binoculars or a telescope. That was taken by Wright Dobbs, who is a meteorologist down in the Weather Service office in Tallahassee. That was taken yesterday morning, but that's pretty cool. Good-looking sunset last night. People love a good sunset. Our canine friends love a good sunset. That was on the Florida Gulf Coast. Very peaceful autumn sunset up this way yesterday. That was anybody recognize this? Where was this taken? Peach Park in Clanton. But again, just a nice, quiet pattern. We'll certainly take that. So today going down to McKenzie, Alabama. I bet you've never been there before. I sure have, because it is in South Butler County, where I come from. All my people are from places like Chapman, Georgiana, Ebenezer, Industry, McKenzie, south of Greenville. That'll be a lot of fun. McKenzie School. Tomorrow going the other way, going to North Alabama, to Decatur for a homeschool group. No book signing on Saturday, but I will be in Demopolis Saturday evening on the banks of the mighty Tombigbee River for the Miss Christmas on the River pageant. I will be the master of ceremonies. I think I did my first Miss COTR pageant 40 years ago in 1984. They need to get some young, good-looking guy to do that. But that's always fun coming back to Demopolis. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.